Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Tsukihime. When last we left off, we ran into Akiha in an alleyway, but that's not as bad as it sounds, and we had a dream about something, the past, maybe? Who's to say? Anyway, let's get back into it, shall we? I opened my eyes to the morning sun streaming from my window. My pajamas are drenched to a sweat. It seems I had a weird dream. It was like that really old silent comedy film. I'm not too sure, but that one where the actor with a black derby hat and a mustache keeps getting into all sorts of situations. It was a dream where it felt like I was watching a movie. Is that a reference to Charlie Chaplin in The Fuhrer, or The Dictator? I think it was The Dictator. Right? Yeah. Come to think of it, I never did dream when I stayed at the Arimas. Actually, I never did dream since I was a kid. My doctor said that I sleep so deeply that I can't dream. That makes no sense. Like, literally no sense to me. You're not remembering your dream. That doesn't mean you're not dreaming. Oh well. Then maybe the dreams I've seen since coming back to the mansion are actually my memories instead. Wait, isn't that what you call a dream? I think that's what Kalishtar do. Well, I'll leave these little things for scholars to debate. As a student, I should go to the school. Alright, time to get up. I get up from bed. Do you though? Actually, my body does not move. Why can't I move? I clench my teeth and summon all my strength. The blood rushes to my head, causing dizziness, and I manage to lift my upper body. My body is on fire. Damn, this is worse than yesterday. Yesterday, my body was just heavy. But now, just moving my arms is incredibly difficult. I can see if I can lift my arm vertically. Dot. I finally lift it up. Just doing this expends all of my energy and takes me about a minute. What's going on? This is like a dead body. Or maybe like a robot without any power. Either way, I can't move. But still, my mind is sharp and I don't feel any pain. Kohaku-san. Yeah, this is, out of curiosity, is one of my, if you're curious at all, one of my fears is to be fully paralyzed. I have one of two, really. This isn't as bad as my other fear in a related situation, because this one you can still think and see and interact with people. My greatest fear is, if you've ever read the book, and I have not, unfortunately, or seen the movie, though I'm not sure how good the movie is, Johnny Got His Gun, by Dalton Trumbo, I believe. Metallica made a song about it called One, similar, as well as part of the song Octavarium by Dream Theater, I believe, has a similar story, although it's not based on Johnny Got His Gun. It's being conscious of what's around you, but not being able to interact with it, being unable to move or talk. Just, you can see, you can hear, and that is a great fear of mine, if you are at all curious. Yeah, about my greatest fear. And I don't say that lightly, but or with the most conviction that it is my absolute greatest fear, but if it's not my greatest fear, it's up there. My top 3. It is, yeah. I start to call her, then stop. Yesterday, I said those things while I embraced her. I don't know what Kohaku-san thought of that. I don't think she knows that I know about her in Hisui Trading Places, but it's still difficult for me to face her now. And another quick aside, I'm not entirely sure that that's true. Kohaku has shown herself to be very, very smart, so I'm pretty sure she has a pretty good idea about what you meant by what you said yesterday, or what Shiki meant by what he said, yeah, whatever. Just my opinion, though. I can't remember for sure, but, you know, she's smart, and it would make sense for her to know. Hisui, Akiha, hey. I try to say come, but I stop. Speaking loudly brings another wave of dizziness crashing into me. Shouting requires muscle use, and that probably puts a strain on the blood to my brain. I breathe shallowly. All I can do is just wait like this until Hisui comes to wake me. In the end, I take off from school today. When Hisui came to wake me up, she immediately turned pale and called for Akiha. As soon as she heard, Akiha came running, and I guess neither Akiha nor Kohaku-san knew what to do because they called the doctor in to perform an examination. As usual, it came up with nothing. As expected, Akiha ordered me to rest in bed afterwards. The sun sinks below the horizon. Lying on my side, I gaze emptily out of the window. Damn it. It's my knee popping, but it's the opposite knee of normal, which is weird because that knee normally doesn't pop because I've injured it in the past. Anyway, or it doesn't pop like that. It pops a lot, just randomly. I have to actively pop it. Anyway, I know I should have settled things with Shiki last night, especially now that I became like this. While I'm like this, the number of victims will increase. No, even last night after I came back with Akiha, Shiki may have already sucked another person's blood. Was it the wrong decision? Last night. Maybe I should have stayed in that alley waiting for Shiki no matter what Akiha said. I have to go tonight. I can't cry over the fact that I can't move. I have to stop Shiki as soon as possible. I have to save up all my strength until tonight so I can do that. Shiki-san, are you awake? Kohaku-san opens the door and walks in. Kohaku-san. Yes? It's been a whole day, hasn't it, Shiki-san? She closes the door with a smile. That's right. Yeah, that's right. I have a notification for her. She sent me an email. Shit. I keep giving my phone the wrong way. I suddenly feel awkward and look away. I can't speak to her directly now. Not only am I worried too much about Shiki, but I also haven't figured out an excuse yet for my stupidity last night. Shiki-san, why do you look so down? You really don't feel well? She looks into my face. No, that's not it, but... Blushing furiously, I somehow manage a calm response. This is bad. I said it would be difficult to meet her, but just seeing her face uplifts me. Since I cannot see her for a whole day, just having her beside me makes me happy. I forget about Shiki. Kohaku-san, I thought the IV was already done. All the same, I need to keep my distance from her. I broke my promise to Hisui and held her. I don't know what she thinks about what happened yesterday, but as for me, I finally realized how I feel. I have no clue what I'll do now if she's close to me. If there's nothing, please leave. If If Akiha sees you, you'll get in trouble. I do have something. I thought that I would ask you if you wanted anything special tonight to eat. To eat? Since I'm like this, I think something easily digestible would be best. Don't worry about such delicate matters, Shiki-san. The doctor said you could eat as much as you please. So tonight I'll make you whatever you want to eat. I do have foods I like, but I think right now nutrition is more important than taste. Or you could do both. It's not hard to make something that's nutritious and tasty. I say as I had something horribly unhealthy for dinner tonight and I'm currently drinking wine and stress eating. Well, I say stress eating. I actually am not really doing that. I was going to, and then I said fuck it and decided not to. Oh well. Today has been a very stressful day. Today has been a very stressful day. I see, then something really nutritious. I have to get as much power as possible to stop Shiki tonight. Huh? Stop yourself, Shiki-san? Kohaku-san confusedly tilts her head. Oh, crap. I let that slip without even thinking about it. Wait a minute. She has to know about Shiki. When Akiha was drinking Kohaku-san's blood, they were discussing Shiki. Even Hisui knew I was adopted. Then there's no way Kohaku-san does not know about Shiki. I see. You know about it. Do I know what? That I was adopted and that Akiha has a killer brother called Shiki. Her smile freezes. I see. Shiki-san, you found out about it? But that's just for an instant. Kohaku's act of Hisui from the past doesn't crumble. But Shiki-sama is no longer in this world. You are the only eldest son of the Tono family now. I think it's best to forget about it. She keeps smiling. That's an interesting comment, that he's no longer in this world. I wonder if she will provide us proof for that, because that would be because I'm curious. I would like her to continue on. The same smile she had when discussing the evening menu. I want to forget it, but I can't. I can't forgive what the Tono blood did. My old man. He turned you into nothing more than a smiling doll. And I can't leave Shiki alone. As long as he's being a vampire, I can't ever be Akiha's brother. I can't give that girl back her ribbon either. This is the only thing I can do. I don't know how to save this person or erase the sin of Tono Makihisa. All I can do right now is to stop the killer Shiki and extinguish that Tono blood. I want to do this with my own hands. I can't leave him alone, but more than that, I want to help you, Kohaku-san. Idiot. I keep saying these stupid things, thinking selfishly, thinking that I can save Kohaku by doing that. Such selfish things. What am I saying? But anyway, this is the problem of the Tono family, so I will end it. There is no need for you or Hisui to worry. Kohaku-san doesn't say anything. Her smile also ceases. Kohaku-san, did I say something wrong? No. Do you really mean that? What does she mean? Shiki-san, you know that Akiha-sama leaves the mansion every night. Yeah. It's her responsibility as the head of the Tono to look for Shiki. I told her to stop, but she doesn't listen. I don't believe it. You didn't hear from Akiha-sama? Wait, Kohaku-san, hear what? Kohaku-san doesn't answer. But she isn't acting normal. Even someone thick-headed like me can tell. Thump. My pulse starts to increase. Akiha-sama is lying to you, Shiki-san. Shiki-sama was not exactly a blood-sucking demon. It's the body warmth of others. Not the blood, but the heat. Dum-dum. My pulse goes crazy. The combination of those facts and her serious eyes make me imagine something bad. Wait. Please, just wait. That is, unconsciously, something I avoided thinking about. Please, wait. It's okay. You don't have to say anything. Shiki-san. The one known as Tonoshiki is no longer in this world. Certainly Shiki-sama was a blood-sucking demon and killed people on the streets. But that is all over. 5 days ago, by Akiha-sama's hand, Shiki-sama was exterminated. That dream. The dream of the killer being killed by Akiha. That wasn't what I saw. It was what Shiki was watching in his final moments. The Shiki that killed people and drank their blood is no longer alive. So that means all the recent incidents, they are... Shiki is no longer alive. Long gone. The only one that is left, leaving every night to walk the streets, the blood-sucking demon named Tono, Akiha. You know, if it wasn't, if it was only like 16 minutes in, I'd end the episode there. Oh well. On we march. Shiki-san. Ignoring her voice, I fly out of the room. Running. My body is engulfed in pain that doesn't matter. I don't think about anything. I don't want to think about anything. Until I hear the truth from Akiha's mouth. Nothing else. Running. Running towards her room at the east end of the mansion. Breathing wildly, I open the heavy double doors without knocking. Pan, pan, pan. I look around the room. Akiha elegantly gets up from her chair as soon as she sees me. I'm going to take a drink before we get into this. Man. Shit, I keep doing that. Oh good, I blew up my candles earlier. Great, yay. Okay. The sense of dread is not subsiding, but let's carry on. What is it, Nissan? Entering without knocking is pretty rude, you know. I catch my breath as I stare at her. No, I'm definitely glaring without realizing it. Akiha senses the emotion in my look. Nissan, did something happen? I take one more deep breath and calm my breathing. Suppressing the pulse in my chest, I glare as I speak. Akiha, what is the meaning of this? Her face tightens. With just those words, she probably figured out what I was going to say. After staring at me wordlessly, she walks casually over to the windowsill. The deep sky, the red rays of sun glaring through the sky and into the room. Like 3 days ago, she turns her back to the crimson sky. I'm not sure what you mean, Nissan. Could you be a little more specific? Dizziness assails me. Is it just a trick of the eyes? I thought I saw something hazy around her. Danger fills the air. It must be the fault of that glowing sky behind her. Akiha's hair looks crimson and my whole body creaks. Nissan, if you don't say anything, I can't help you. Or Will you go back to your room and pretend nothing happened? Akiha giggles. With that, I understand she was really deceiving me all along. Akiha, why? You already know why I killed Shiki. I am the head of the Tono family. It is my responsibility to exterminate those that are controlled by the Tono blood. What I did was by consensus of the family, and even you wanted to kill him. The hairs on my body stand on end. What is this? Who is this person in front of me? Who is this that takes away my breath through sheer pressure? No, that's not what I meant. Oh? Well, then there's no problem. Killing someone who isn't human isn't a sin, right? It is just like killing a dog that attacks people. It is on the same level. I said that it's not about that. What I want to say is, why did you hide it from me? That. It's boring asking me such obvious questions. Hey, Nissan. Ask something you know the answer to is not a question, but a confirmation. If that's the case, I can only nod. The air around her shimmers. The curtains waver like a mirage, her long hair illuminated red by the setting sun. Creak. My body screams at me to kill her. You killed Shiki 5 days ago. Yes, Akiha nods. 5 days ago, that night when she collapsed, hugging me while she was crying, trying to hold something back. Then the recent vampire incidents aren't the work of Shiki. They are all your doing. Yes, Akiha nods. The detached building in the forest where Akiha was sucking Kohaku-san's blood. At that time, Shiki was already done and still committing these acts. Akiha was still committing these acts. Kohaku-san even asked why Akiha wasn't satisfied with just her blood. Why? Shiki was... But you don't seem strange. Yes, I am not like Shiki. It's obvious because I'm drinking Kohaku's blood so I don't become like him. Then... why aren't you satisfied with just her blood? You said it yourself, so why? Why are you doing the same things as Shiki? It is the influence of Shiki. This is my failure, Nissan. My power is not something that excludes anything or destroys. It is the power to plunder. I stole Shiki's life from him, but at that same time, it seems I also took in something not good. Something not good? Something that wasn't in her before, something that's in her now. That's, how do I put this? Ever since I killed Shiki, I became unable to suppress my emotions any longer. I became unusually strong-minded and my lust takes shape when I normally would have just kept it inside. So I guess becoming honest with desires I held back for so long. I needed Kohaku-san's blood to maintain my body, but I was getting bored of that taste since I had been drinking it for a few years. Yes, you probably would not understand, but the first time I tasted the blood of someone other than Kohaku, it was simply amazing. It was so delicious I thought I would go insane. She smiles from the bottom of her heart. The wavering mirage. The only time I sensed the danger was when No, that was Shiki. When Shiki was killed in that dream. Akiha, you... Oh, don't look at me like that. I only stole their blood. Shiki took their lives as well, so you should not look at me like that, Nissan. Only their blood? Akiha is neither defiant nor remorseful. She just smiles as she looks at me and speaks as if it was a matter of course. I can hardly breathe. Akiha is enjoying this. I came to confront her, but it seems like it's just killing her boredom. What is this? This is like a killer truly enjoying insanity. Stop messing around. Why, why, Akiha? There's something wrong with you. Somehow, warding off her gaze, I take a step closer. Huh? It must have worked because she swallowed her words. You must know too. What you're saying isn't right. I take another step. After looking away peevishly, she bites her lip and glares at me. There's nothing wrong. I drink the blood of other people only for your sake. Huh? My legs stop. After she strongly bites her lip, she relaxes. I already told you. You were killed by Shiki 8 years ago. You were not a mix of the blood of the Tono family, but you were just a normal person. You did not have any power to live after Shiki stole your life from you. But I could not allow that. You were killed protecting me, so I was the one that should have died. I was saved by your bloody body. You were already dead, but you still protected me. I do not remember everything that happened afterwards clearly, but I just remember thinking only that it would have been better if I had died instead of you. That wish was granted. See, it's like what happens in a fairy tale, like giving your blood to dead birds and dogs so they can live again. My power is really the opposite, but I guess I put that curse on you. You miraculously recovered, and ever since that day I have carried a load. Come to think of it, it was only natural. It is because I shared half my life with you, Nisan. Everything goes black. So I am alive because of Akiha, and at the same time, because of that, Akiha has to live with that terminal illness. Akiha, the time you had my fit, it was all my fault? Yes. As long as I keep you alive, I have to use powers of the Tono blood. If I do that, my human blood becomes thinned. If it becomes too weak, I will become something less than human, just like Shiki. To prevent that, I have only used the minimum of my powers. But if I do that, I can only maintain your life, and I cannot support my own body. As a result, loose fits occur. Sensing the danger, my body tells me to stop providing you with energy, or just become one with the Tono blood. It is only thanks to Kohaku that I have been able to resist it this long. As a synchronizer, she can strengthen one's will. I regularly drink her blood to strengthen the part of Tono Akiha, the human part of Tono Akiha. Before I realize it, my whole body staggers. Akiha's sucking of blood. It's completely my fault. As long as I'm alive, Akiha has to live as the Tono. But I thought if I killed Shiki, it would be solved. If Shiki died, then he would no longer be able to steal your life. That's right. If Shiki is no longer alive, then I could have my life to myself, so I wouldn't be anemic anymore. But it really is funny. If anyone other than me had killed Shiki, then he would have been back to normal. Didn't I tell you? I stole everything from Shiki. I do not have the power to synchronize like Kohaku. What I stole, I cannot give it to anyone else. She strangely gives a heartfelt smile in pure self-deprecation. After killing Shiki, I felt the weight lifted from me. Those spasms I had every evening did not occur, and I felt great. I do not need to say why, do I? Because in place of Shiki, I am now stealing your life. But I just took it and I can't give it back to you, Nisan. Unlike Shiki, I do not have the ability to fuse. Yes, you were fused with Shiki. Certainly Shiki took away life from you, but returned to you when he slept. But that is no longer the case. That is why you have trouble moving now. That is why I have to continue supplying you with energy more than before. For that reason, I need to accumulate energy from people's blood. After saying this, Akiha walks away from the glowing red window. Nisan, maybe I am just a blood-sucking demon, but it is all for your sake. Will you still not allow it? Not as Tono Shiki, but will you kill me as Nanaya Shiki? I don't know what to say. Whatever she says, I'm Tono Shiki. I won't become what I don't ever remember as Nanaya. But my body is different. Just seeing Akiha causes all the strength in my body to coil like a spring. It's like it's trying to do something to the non-human Tono Akiha. No. It isn't about Tono or Nanaya. I just don't want you, as Akiha, to have to drink blood. I don't want you to be like Shiki. Nisan, I'm doing this for your sake. Don't you understand that? Every time I told you how I felt and you didn't even say anything. I told you that I loved you, so why do you look at another woman? Love? I mean, that's like brother and sister. Even if we're not connected by blood, we're still siblings. Don't say such stupid things. It is not stupid. Because we are siblings, I can't love you. Her voice echoes through the room. That may be the first time she's yelled like that. Akiha's shoulders rise and fall as she pants heavily and bites her lip regretfully. Nisan, I don't care if I become no longer human. If that means you can live, then I do not care what happens. So please, look only at me. I was always waiting for you. Now that you came back, do not betray me. Her fingers tremble as she says this. She closes her mouth and awaits my response. She wants me to only look at her. I didn't think Akiha, with her pride, would ever actually say that. But that's wrong, Akiha. Without a doubt, she is dear to me. Akiha has saved me up until now, so I want to grant her wishes as much as I can. But still, she is my sister. I can't love her in any other way. Because the one I think of the most isn't her. Akiha, I can't return your feelings. My special person is someone else. Akiha is calm, as if she knew from the start. She closes her eyes quietly and distances herself. Her footsteps. She walks to the window. The wind blows her long hair freely. Oh, but Nisan, you do not have a choice. Her eyes become glaciers. In that instant, my body collapses to the floor loudly. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is where I'm going to end off this episode, which was much longer than normal, especially over the last couple, but Shiki fell to the floor and, well, Akiha is now becoming the Ice Queen. Oh, yes, she is. Now, next time, we'll see what Ice Queen Akiha really wants to do. And I hope to see you all there.